In today's news, successful start for Festival 2023. American Airlines to further increase daily flights from Miami. National population and housing census began today. Confidentiality assured. Too many guns in the territory. A link between murders and drug trade, says governor. And another record-breaking race for a Deja HODGE. But these and more stories when 284 News return.
The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman presents Sons in Suits Brunch, a celebration of fathers and sons, at Treasure Isle Hotel on Saturday, June 17th, 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., featuring guest speakers, Deputy Governor of the Virgin Islands David D. Archer Jr., Pastor Courtney Jones, entertainer Raul Jugu Sprov, entertainment by Johanse Smith and Che Pemberton, alongside DJ Molly. Tickets are $75 for a father and son duo and $40 single tickets. Fun, food, fellowship, and fatherhood. Lots of giveaways included. Ticket outlets are CCT flagship stores on Tortola and Virgin Gorda. Calling all fathers, sons, father figures, nephews, and uncles. Sons in Suits 2023, hosted by the Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, a red carpet celebration of fathers and sons. For more information, contact 442-3132. Proudly sponsored by CCT and 284 Media.
Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day.
Welcome viewers to the Thursday, June 15th edition of 284 News. I am Kamal Haynes, bringing you the latest out of the British Virgin Islands. While leading today's news, 284 Media's Jackal Wood sat with Vice Chairman of the VI Festival and Fairs Committee, Mr. Birch Letsom, on preparations for this year's events, the rollout of tickets, performers, and much more. Take a look.
And the Virgin Islands Festival and Fairs Committee has been getting a lot of credit, a lot of appreciation on social media for the lineup this year. Now, tell us a bit about the inspiration that led into which artists were chosen for the performances this year.
Just like you mentioned, we listen to the community. So we have a lot of people. The Virgin Islands Festival and Fairs Committee. We have hundreds of volunteers. We have maybe 12. I don't want to misquote, but around 12 different committees and groups of people that are of varying ages and varying tastes. So we always get a lot of feedback, good, bad, constructive, in between. So persons would have been saying, hey, I would like to see this person, we would like to see that person, we would like to see that person. Even when persons post on Facebook, we're seeing it. We might not necessarily be engaging in the post, but we are aware of these things. So we try to find the persons that, one, are available, two, that are in our price range, and that we've been hearing the persons in the community request.
All right, now it's funny that you mentioned price range, because that leads me into our next question. Persons have been wondering, with the amazing lineup that has been put out, these artists are known to have, you know, considerable price tags.
Yes.
So what's the budget looking like for festival this year?
I can answer it like this. I can't necessarily go into how much money it's going to be by the time it's ended, but we have devised a strategy to try our best to stretch the money. And obviously with these ticket sales, that's some early revenue coming in, so that helps us with the artists that we've already booked and to try to defer some of the early costs that we do have. Obviously there's sponsorships as well that we're seeking. We have to say a big shout out to some of our sponsors: CCT, Caribbean Sellers, Rotown Wholesale, Tourist Board, National Bank. They have all gotten on board and behind the festival. And obviously there's a subvention that we get from government, and I know currently there are conversations happening about getting some additional funding for a festival. So I can't necessarily divulge numbers, but that's probably the best I can answer.
All right, well, we can definitely look out for those figures in the future.
For sure. Obviously festival is one of those things that it's a public something, so you always would be able to get access to how the money was spent after we've completed all the things that we've done.
But that full interview is available on all 284 Media platforms. The British Virgin Islands Airports Authority is happy to advise that just 2 weeks into its new direct service between Miami and the BVI, American Airlines has announced that it will be doubling the number of flights to the territory for the winter season, which starts in December. For more on this report.
The announcement was made in a release published to American Airlines website this week. Commencing December 2023, American Airlines will increase flights on the new direct route from once daily to twice daily. According to Managing Director of the BVI Airports Authority, Mr. Kurt Maynal, quote, "This latest development demonstrates a high level of confidence in the BVI as a top tourism destination, which is in high demand. It also demonstrates confidence in the capabilities of the BVI Airports Authority to handle increased numbers of flights and greater passenger movements, and to provide top quality service to travelers." American Airlines launched its historical daily direct service between the BVI and Miami on June 1st, 2023. Due to high demand, the airline has moved the schedule to 5 additional flights for the month of June, even before its inaugural flight took place. Based on the airline's initial schedule, American Airlines direct service was projected to increase passenger movements at the Terrence B. Lettsome International Airport in 2023 by over 19,000 passengers. However, the latest announcement would see American Airlines increase passenger movements by over 22,000 passengers. Based on the recovery of the global tourism and travel industry and the introduction of new services such as American Airlines direct flight to Miami, the BVI Airports Authority had initially projected an increase in passenger movements by over 40% for this year compared to 2022 figures. The increase in American Airlines scheduled flights will have a further positive impact on passenger movements at the Terrence B. Lettsome International Airport.
The National Population and Housing Census commenced in the British Virgin Islands today, Thursday, June 15th, and residents are being assured that their information will be upheld in the strictest level of confidentiality, which will be maintained throughout the process. Well, this assurance came from the Deputy Premier and Minister for Financial Services, Labour and Trade, Honourable Lorna Smith, during a recent speech. While acknowledging that residents are generally reluctant to share personal information, the minister stressed the need for residents to be honest while completing the census.
In the past, there has been some reluctance among members of our community to participate in the census for various reasons. I want to emphasize that the Statistical Act of 2005 strictly prohibits the Central Statistics Office from disclosing any personal information collected during the census, including data sharing among government agencies. You can rest assured, therefore, that the strictest levels of confidentiality will be upheld and maintained through our democratic institutions. Also, rest assured that your information will not be used for any other purpose than stated in the census.
The Deputy Premier also urged residents to participate in the activity, considering the level of importance on the role it plays.
As the Minister responsible for statistical services under the auspices of the Ministry of Financial Services, Labour and Trade, I am reaching out to you today as valued members of our community. I implore you to recognize the paramount importance of participating in this year's census under the theme, "Participation from you and me is the key to Census 2023. Ensuring the accurate and adequate representation of all residents in the Virgin Islands remains a primary priority for this year's census.
Minister Smith highlighted the importance of the data that will be collected.
The data generated from this census holds immense value in determining the fair allocation, distribution, and utilization of government resources to effectively manage and maintain our territory. Questions of utmost importance arise when considering the quality of our housing stock, our unique vulnerabilities to natural disasters, the demographic makeup of our population, the health conditions of our people, the level of education within our society, the employment situation, the dominant industries driving our economy, the susceptibility of our economy to external shocks, and the percentage of households with internet access.
She also spoke on some of the areas that will benefit from the information gathered once the data is assessed.
The answers to these questions will directly inform and justify the allocation of resources towards improved public health, housing, political representation, and educational initiatives. Furthermore, they will provide us with a clear understanding of our dynamic society and its ever-changing needs, enabling us to respond effectively and optimally.
Up next, too many guns in the territory, a link between murders and drug trade, says Governor. Another record-breaking race for HODGE, and MCMASTER finishes second in Finland. But these and more stories after a word from our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Roti Man. Welcome to Naturally Tasty. This is our Sophie Bay outlet.
Sophie Bay, our first indoor outlet.
Roti Man here at our Rotown waterfront outlet. Here downstairs on the first floor is our grab and go section.
And we have an arraignment of items. A lot of people think we only have rotis. We have freshly baked desserts over here. Then we also carry patties, Jamaican patties. We carry croissants, buttermilk biscuits. We have coffee, local bush tea. We carry our rotis, a variety of rotis every day. We have sandwiches, salads, fruit bowls, local juices. We do commercial juices, wines, and beers. We also carry our freshly made frozen products. So for example, we have frozen lasagna. We do shepherd's pie. We do curry chicken, curry vegetables, the quick and easy options. We also sell our rotis in the frozen state. A lot of persons travel with them, or you can have it on a boat trip with you. We have so many items to choose from.
Which basically is what it is. Grab and go, and you can come, sit down, and enjoy the plaza, enjoy the beautiful waterfront, and just enjoy peace and serenity.
Naturally Tasty by Roti Man.
Thank you, Roti Wife.
Rashford made it. Manchester United have come from behind to lead.
At home or on the go, watch CCT Live. Download our app and carry your favorite TV shows, news, or live sports anywhere you go. Visit cctbvi.com/live, select your package, and tune in.
Welcome back, viewers. His Excellency Governor John Rankin said he is concerned with the level of crime in the territory, stating that there are too many illegal guns in the BVI. Governor Rankin, who has responsibility under the Constitution for internal security and the police, said while the BVI remains a low-crime jurisdiction overall, the number of recent shootings and murders remains a concern, which he shares along with other members of the community.
I expect to be making further statements in this area in fairly short course, but let me outline a couple of points. First of all, we have too many guns in the territory. The guns are the guns which carry out the shootings. And so we need to take action through the police, through immigration and customs to have increased controls and supervision of what's coming into the territory to reduce the illicit import of firearms.
The governor also said more conversations need to be had on the linkage between the shooting-related crimes and murders and the illicit drug trade in the BVI.
A substantial number of the murders and shootings which do take place, not all of them, but a substantial number are related to the problem of the illicit transport of drugs through the territory. And I don't think this is talked about enough. The cocaine flow through this territory and the gangs which run the cocaine flow are directly linked to a number of the murders and shootings which have taken place. And so we need to tackle that issue.
To assist with tackling this increasingly concerning issue, Governor Rankin believes that the Police Act, which in the past has been plagued with controversy, needs to return to the House of Assembly to be passed into law.
As I've said before, we need to get the Police Act back into the House of Assembly. I will always insist that legislation is human rights compliant. The provisions in the Police Act, most of which have not yet been passed by the House of Assembly, are in line with democratic standards in the Western world. And we need the police to have the necessary powers in the 21st century to deal with those who are using 21st century techniques and technology to carry out their crimes. So all of those are areas where I am supporting and pressing for further action. I understand the disquiet of the community in this area, and of course we need to work with the community because the police cannot do it all themselves. We need the community to assist the police and the police to assist the community in tackling this problem and helping to prevent those who get involved in these criminal actions from finding themselves facing the consequence of those actions and having their lives and the lives of their families bedeviled by what has occurred. So all of those actions need to take place in a holistic fashion.
Well, in sporting news, Adeja HODGE etched her name in history books at the Star Athletics Sprint Series on June 10th. Well, HODGE raced to victory in the 200-meter event with a time of 22.60 seconds. Well, a remarkable race not only toppled the previous record set by Beyonce de Freitas just a month earlier, but also served as a qualifier for the upcoming Budapest 2023 World Championships. With a crowd at Montverde, Florida erupted with excitement as HODGE exploded out of the starting blocks, showcasing her explosive speed and flawless technique. With each stride, she left her competitors trailing behind, displaying exceptional athleticism and determination. Well, the Star Athletics Sprint Series serves as a crucial platform for athletes to showcase their talents and compete against top-tier competition. Well, HODGE's extraordinary achievement at this renowned event solidifies her position as one of the most promising and exciting athletes in the sport. More track and field news where Kyron McMaster put an impressive performance at the Paavo Nurmi Games held on June 13, 2023 in Turku, Finland, where he secured a commendable second-place finish in the 400-meter hurdles event, clocking in at a season's best time of 48.57 seconds. While facing stiff competition from world-class athletes, McMaster demonstrated his unwavering determination and exceptional skill on the track. But the crowd eagerly watched as he displayed his agility and speed, gracefully maneuvering over each hurdle. With every stride, McMaster showcased his prowess and left a lasting impression on spectators and fellow athletes alike. It was Ludwig Valiant who secured a gold medal in the exhilarating race. Valiant, representing France, crossed the finish line with a remarkable time of 48.50 seconds. Well, up next, it shows that it is not impossible. Demoy ahead of the 2023 NBA Draft and the BVI Olympic Committee to host 4th Free Sports Festival. With these stories, when 284 News return.
When you're in need of air conditioning, installation, repairs, or replacement services, Markinson Air Conditioning and Refrigeration has the professional technicians, equipment, parts, and ACs to get the job done right. Markinson Air Conditioning and Refrigeration carries top brands like Daikin, Aircon, Mitsubishi, and more. We're open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Located in Fish Bay. Telephone 340-4114 or 343-9511. Markinson Air Conditioning and Refrigeration, providing exceptional services to the British Virgin Islands since 2015.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Aye.
This thing got me one way, daddy.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, I can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What do you really? Hey, this thing like you know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I hustle. I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hooked, I tell you.
Welcome back, viewers. Thank you so much for sticking with us. A basketball rising star Demoy Hodge, who is now the 4th Virgin Islander to be entered into an NBA draft, says it proves to other locals that reaching such a goal is attainable. Hodge made a comment during an interview on Tuesday following a successful pre-draft workout with the NBA team, the Indiana Pacers. For more in this report. The 6'4" University of Missouri graduate guard has been the topic of several conversations among various basketball pundits who have labeled Demoy as a top draft prospect in the 2023 NBA draft. He has also worked out with other NBA teams such as the Lakers and has participated in several basketball camps, including the G League Elite Camp, ahead of the draft, which is set for June 22nd. Once successful in the draft, Demoy will become the first Virgin Islander to be drafted in the NBA.
And I'll be the first ever in the history of the BVIOC to make it, so just that alone, it carries a lot of weight. I mean, it's very thrilling. The draft is like 9 days, so I feel like it's just showing that it's not impossible. I feel like coming from a small island of 22 square miles, everybody feel like it's not possible to make it to that far, so I feel like just showing them that it's possible is the biggest thing right now.
But Demoy also spoke on how the workout with the Indiana Pacers went, labeling it one of his best so far.
That showed that I could defend the ball at a high rate. I mean, and hit shots, really. 3 and D, trying to hit not as many shots as I can and play defense, be very high intensity and play hard.
You were known for your defense a lot in college. Is that something you think translates well to the next level?
Yeah, I feel like my defense translates as far as us being just harassing the ball a lot. I feel like, you know, I got a lot of steals. I mean, that's why I'm known for getting steals. But I feel like on the next level, you're not going to get as many steals. But just being there and showing that you have that high intensity and just making the offender worry about and stuff like that, I feel like that's going to translate to the next level.
You were always a prolific shooter in college, but your percentage was the highest it ever was last season in Missouri. What do you attribute that to?
Just reps. I feel like being more locked in, stuff like that. Just worrying about that shot, not the next shot, not the shot before. I just feel like I was more locked in and focused on making shots. So that was really the main goal this year, to be more focused and locked in.
Hodge concluded a relatively good season for the Missouri Tigers this year, breaking a 30-year-old college steals record to end with a newly set record of 91 steals, to add with 56 assists at an average of 14.7 points per game and converted 40% from the three-point range. He spoke on how college basketball has prepared him for the NBA.
Playing at Cleveland State, I know that I was destined. I know I could have played at a higher level. I feel like the Horizon League mid-major was good, but I feel like I know I had more to give. So I feel like going to the SEC really showed what I can do. I feel like I did the exact same thing I did at Cleveland State at the SEC, but it's just the higher level. It just shows that, okay, he did it here, he do it here. I mean, it was not a fluke. It was meant to be. So I feel like that was the best thing right there.
Demoy also provided some insight on which NBA player he models his game after.
I studied a lot of Caldwell Pope. I mean, he just won an NBA championship. I feel like congratulations. But I feel like I model his game, the high intensity, the cuts, the catch and shoot, the play off the ball. I feel like that's how I model my game off of the most, just playing off the ball and being a volume guy, playing my role.
Reporting for 284 News, I am Kamal Haynes. The BVI Olympic Committee, in collaboration with its member national federations, will host the 4th Free Annual Sports Festival at the A.O. Shirley Recreation Grounds on Saturday, June 24th. The event, which runs from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., will be preceded by the Trident Trust Championship and Olympic Day race with a 10K, 5K, and 1 kilometer run walk starting from the grounds at 6:30 a.m. The walks will take place on Virgin Gorda and Jos Van Dyke at 6:30 a.m. and at 5:30 a.m. respectively, with a round-trip walk-run from the recreational field in Spanish Town to the Baths will culminate with a friendly softball game on the fields on Virgin Gorda. For people on Jos Van Dyke, the Dawn Walk will start from the Albert Chinnery Administration Building in Great Harbour to the Soggy Dollar parking lot in White Bay and return to Great Harbour. While the events across the island will mark Olympic Day, which is internationally recognized each year on June 23rd. But this year, the International Olympic Committee has themed the event, Let's Move. In the run-up to the sports festival and in making or marking Olympic Day values, national federations are hosting training sessions, which the public are welcome to join in as follows. Archery at the H. Laverty-Stoke Community College in Parky the Bay from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday, June 17th and Sunday, June 18th. Athletics at the A.O. Shirley Recreation Grounds from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday, June 17th. The squash will host an open session with visiting professional players at the Tortola Sports Club starting at 3:30 p.m. on Monday, June 19th. Rugby will have a training session with visiting professionals, rugby player ex-Al Black Norm Maxwell at 6 p.m. on Wednesday, June 21st at the A.O. Shirley Recreation Grounds. And Taekwondo will host open sessions for youths Monday, June 19th through Thursday, June 22nd at 3:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. until 6:45 p.m. While adult sessions for Taekwondo will take place on Monday and Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Viewers, that's it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com and like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Kamal Haynes. Have a safe and enjoyable holiday weekend. Bye-bye.